Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all the members of the Patreons. Make sure to subscribe and let's get into it, guys. So today I wanted to talk about VTOL aircraft with three examples of aircraft that will probably be the last three VTOL aircraft added to War Thunder. Of course, just a disclaimer here first, you see that there's a lot of prototypes of VTOL aircraft that were produced, so I'm not considering those. Okay, 99% of them are not weaponized, so even something like the X-32 that I think it was weaponized, or it was planning to be weaponized, even with that, I mean, very low numbers at least, or just prototypes in general are very it's something that I really kind of don't enjoy seeing it. The AK-41 and the F-16 AJ are already kind of a stretch, in my opinion, right, to be added to the game. But let's try to keep it out of that line of thought. Hopefully Gaijin does that as well, right? But for actual production aircraft that got produced in a lot of numbers, we basically only have three aircraft that can be added that will have VTOL in the future. Two of them are already versions of aircraft that we already have in game, and the third one will take a lot of time, so don't expect to have anything different from that perspective. Of course, VTOL is a type of aircraft that it's very specific in usage, and not a lot of countries actually pursue it, so that's probably why, right? The first two of them are Harriers, obviously. The first one is the Sea Harrier FA2. So the Sea Harrier FA2 was basically an upgrade to the original FRS-1, the one that we have in-game as event vehicle. It would be basically the same aircraft with the same performance, more or less. The major thing would be the changes in sensors and stuff like that. It got the Blue Vixen radar, which was a much improved radar over the original one. It had pulse Doppler, and it got the ability to actually carry AIM-120s. So I don't see it coming like right now in the next couple of patches, but I'm pretty sure that once we just receive the Fox 3 missiles from the 90s, like the AIM-120, like R-77s, all sorts of missiles like that, the Mika and whatever, the Sea Harrier FA2 will probably be added to the game shortly after that. It's an aircraft that will be in top tiers. I mean, it will have very modern missiles, but the performance will always lack. And obviously, especially the FA2, because remember, these Sea Harriers, they were based off of the original Harrier, and they weren't really rebuilt. And I mean, even though, yes, the aerodynamic parts of the aircraft were improved in general, even with that, it wasn't as good or as big as an upgrade as the Harrier 2 became, with the GR7, for example. So don't expect this aircraft to like be completely good in turning capabilities and everything like that. It will always lack a little bit in performance, but having very, very good radars and missiles. So it should be a very interesting and different aircraft. Slow aircraft with a decent amount of turning, but maybe the fourth generations will still win it. But very fun because it has this level of, difficulty on it to actually fly. The second one is another Harrier, obviously one that a lot of American mains are asking for it, the AV-8B. We never got an AV-8B until now, and I don't know, I don't see it coming fairly soon. Maybe just DNA. DNA is the night attack version, which would be very similar to the GR7 that we see in game right now in the UK tech tree, right? But we also have the Plus variant, so both of these variants could be added. Of course, the original one as well, but I think the NA should be added first already, because it would be very similar to the Harrier GR7. It would have the same capabilities in the air-to-ground, same level of performance, and in general, so it should be a very, very comparable aircraft to the Harrier GR7 you already have in game. So why not add it, right? It doesn't make much sense in my opinion. It has the new wings, it has the new, I think the new engines, I might be wrong, but still. And with the normal NA version, it has the designator on the nose. With the Plus variant, it actually got a radar, the APG-65, the radar on the F-18A, for example. A very good radar for the time. It was better than the APG-66. In general, it was a multi-mode radar that had more range than the APG-66. So it should be a fairly good radar. Something between an APG-66 and an APG-63, for example, of the F-16 and the F-15 with air-to-ground mode. So should be very, very good. Of course, with the capabilities of using the M120s as well. So when that is added, it should be getting it as well. So I think, I mean, I don't know how good the radar would be compared to, you know, the FA2 compared to Sea Harrier against the AV-8B Plus. I really don't know, but both of them would have a very good radar with Fox 3 missiles. So these, you can see it in the future, maybe not right now, but in the soonish kind of future, we probably will see both of these aircraft carrying M120s and stuff when it's added. And of course, I have to talk about the final one, being the F-35. I mean, of course, it's the F-35. It's the aircraft right now that does VTOL, you know, for the majority of the countries that use it. Some of the countries still use the Harrier, but still the majority of them that use VTOL aircraft are going to be using the F-35 right now or in the future. It is obviously, I don't have to even explain what an F-35 is. 5th generation, as a radar, HMD, everything that an aircraft like a 5th generation will have it. I'm not gonna get too much into it. I'm pretty sure that it has 6 internal missiles. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is it. With extra 4 missiles on the... Oh no, it's the contrary, right? That's the F-32 that I was thinking about, I'm pretty sure. It's 4 internal stations plus 6 external stations. So it can be very deadly with 4 missiles, you know, being very stealthy, but it can also carry 10 missiles. Of course, with the B variant, a lot of countries are buying the F-35 in general. Most of them are the A's, right, the normal conventional takeoff versions. But some of the countries are buying the B as well. Italy, for example, would receive a B. You know, there are other countries like the United Kingdom and of course the US. So at least 3 countries would use the B variant. Maybe China, but I don't think it was confirmed as well that they are buying it or not yet, you know, so we need to wait until that's approved or not. But yeah, and of course the A's would be spread around in the tech tree, in the tech trees, right? So the Swedish could receive the Finnish F-35As, Germans receiving the F-35As, Israelis receiving the F-35I, you know, all sorts of countries, Japan using the A as well. So there's multiple countries that can use these aircraft. An amazing aircraft that is very, very powerful, and it will probably take a long time to be added. But when it's added, it will be one of the best in the game. So these are the 3 aircraft that we will probably see as VTOL aircraft. Anything beyond that, I don't see it coming. So yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments what are the VTOL aircrafts are you most excited to actually take a look on the game and play with it in the game. See you guys on the next one. Subscribe and bye.